Okay, so my speech today is about bilingual learning and whether it should be implemented into the school systems at the primary grade levels. Growing up in the public education system, I learned how to adapt to only speaking English. In my household, we spoke both English and Spanish, but mostly Spanish. And, instead of teaching me and getting down on my level, I had to attend ESL classes and speech classes to be able to just adapt to the learning environment for the majority instead of the minority. And then in high school, they wanted us to learn another language. And I thought that was kind of funny because I was like, I already knew that language, but they're making me learn it again. And that's for many students today that experience this. And thankfully there are some schools that are adapting and that are trying to implement more bilingual learning. And I'm grateful that I work in a school that is bilingual and that they do teach children a second language to provide them with opportunities to learn at a deeper level instead of just giving them the assignments and just letting them do it how they want to, I have 3 points, being benefits of bilingual learning, brain benefits of bilingual education, and long-term. The benefits of bilingual education are immersive learning. They're designed to help students learn a second language, and half the day is spent in English and the other half is spent learning either Spanish or whatever language that is offered to them. And not only that will that help them, but it will help children have an advantage for their future, whether that's for job offers or anything like that. And also, students perform better in school. There was a study that shows that Spanish speaking in both classes perform better in both reading and math, and it just develops the brain a little more. And in both minority and majority students benefit from dual language learning. It's not just about one side of the spectrum learning more or not, The brain benefits of this is that research indicates that students switching between the languages, that the brain uses a skill called inhibition or task switching. And basically it's just the ability to switch between tasks at a more rapid rate than not being able to switch between tasks. And not only that, the brain images shows actual changes in the structure of the brain in those who are bilingual and those who aren't bilingual. There was a Harvard study that they did that has 100 students in 4th grade. They test higher. Their test scores show higher if they are bilingual. And not only that, it also proved to show that they have better attendance, fewer behavior problems, and higher parental involvement. And I think that's something to show that's really beneficial. Long-term effects of being bilingual is that research shows health benefits related to connection and brain changes. Adults that are bilingual are less likely to get age-related dementia. And, I think the question is begged is whether it should be a requirement in schools. And, children will pick up the language better and become more proficient. And not only that, but studies are showing that many school districts are offering dual language learning as the demand increases. It's not just one school that is implementing this. It's hundreds of schools across the nation that are trying to adapt to more social changes. And I believe that schools should institute a dual language course in elementary grade levels as more and more demand to learn a second language is being asked or offered. As a bilingual speaker, I believe it is very beneficial to know more than one language. I wouldn't have the opportunities that I've had if I didn't know Spanish. And so, mucho gracias. Que Dios te bendiga y ten buen día.